Even if you are beginner, you can do this just by simple a few clicks. Hello everybody, what's up? This is Mehdi from GR Tutorial Studio and welcome to this video. So if you're ready, let's get started. I would like to explain a simple and quick way for customizing text effect in today's video. You don't need any plugins, script or additional software in this way. Everything is completed within After Effects. You can apply and customize these effects to your text layer with a few clicks. So let's get started right away. In the Effects and Preset panel and Animation Preset group and Text folder, there are a lot of presets to apply to the text layer. First of all, I caution you not to pass judgment too quickly. Maybe you have used this panel before, but didn't get the desired result. So I will show you how to change and customize these presets. First of all, you should be aware that presets are classified into various groups based on the changes they make. You can see a preview of my favorite presets at the end of the video. For example, I go to the blur group. You can see the blur presets here. Now, I select the foggy effect and only apply it by dragging it on the text layer. You can see that it gives my text a motion blur effect. I go to another composition and this time I apply jiggy effect to the text. Now, I want to customize these two effects that I made. I select the text layer and press the U key to display the keyframes. If you are a beginner, you may not know. You can see the layer's keyframes by pressing the U key. If I completely open the layer subsets, you can see that the offset property of the range selection has two keyframes. Don't worry if you need help understanding this section or what range selector is. I've already created a tutorial on this regard and the creation of text effects with the help of this section that can be seen through the card at the top of the page. But you don't need to know exactly what happened in this area. However, realizing it is far superior. Anyway, so I now select keyframe and convert them to easy ease. You can see that the effect speed has changed. I can even go to Graph Editor section and change the speed graph to my preferences. As you can see, the effect ends very smoothly. I believe it's preferable if the total speed of the effect is slightly increased. So, I select the second keyframe and move it slightly backward to reduce the distance between two keyframes. I return and select the text layer in the other composition, to which I applied the jiggy effect. I will press the U key twice. This will show me the expressions that have been used to the layer. If you are not familiar with expression, check out my expressions tutorial. The wiggle expression is applied on the text layer, so you can change it if you want. For example, I'm currently changing the frequency value. You can see that the effect is taking longer than before. This time, I increase the frequency to make it go faster. I believe that setting it to 5 will be suitable. Let us consider another composition. I apply the Fade Out Slow effect from the Animation Out group. This effect is also created with keyframes, so as the first example I can customize them. The important thing to remember is that in some presets, both keyframe and expressions are used. For example, a slide and pop-up preset. I apply it to the text layer. It's an interactive and minimal effect. However, as you can see, keyframes and expressions are both used. me display the timeline panel in full screen by pressing the tilde key to make it look better. If you are unfamiliar with the effects of expressions, I suggest you do not change them. You can also go to the Effects and Control panel and select the character option. Now, the animation runs for letters. Now I want to edit keyframes. This time I put them on Easy Ease Out. Motion blur is another thing that can make your effect more professional. To do this, enable the switch for the desired layer, and note that switch is also enabled at the top of the timeline panel. There is also an expression group here. Let me introduce you to some of the interesting presets of this group. As you guess, frame number shows the current frame number by applying these presets. You see that it has shown me 100 now. The other is display comp time. This timecode displays a composition timecode. Using these presets in some projects can be very useful. The text bounce is also interesting in this group. As you can see, in the Effect Control panel, this effect has different settings. You can change the amounts of frequency or delay or etc. There are also a lot of presets in the path group. This group's presets and effects are animated the text based on moving along a path. For example, I now apply a springy effect to the text. It has an interesting move. It's a little fast. To solve it, I select all the keyframes and click on the last keyframe by holding Alt key and moving it forward. Now let me change the default text of these presets. You can also change the path. Another idea about using these presets is their combination. You can apply more than one preset to the text layer. It's important to know which compounds have a good result. Here, for example, I want to apply both screen roll and ideas presets to text layer. Let's take a look at each one individually first. This is the screen roll. The effects control panel and the frequency option allow you to control its speed. Now, I take the ideas and apply them to another composition on the text layer. The movement is fantastic. The electromagnet preset is very similar to ideas. Don't worry if you don't know what it is. As I mentioned, at the end of video I will have a list of my favorite presets available for viewing. As you can see, these presets have 4 keyframes, which can be changed. Let me return to the previous composition that I used with a screen roll. Now I will add ideas. Their combination is fantastic, but it could be improved slightly. Let me first set up the work area. Now I will look for the frame in which the letters are perfectly aligned. I make 2 new keyframes in that time. Now I will go ahead and copy the 2 keyframes I created. You can see that the quality is improving and the audience has more time to read the text. As a result, I repeat the same for another word. Finally, I apply motion blur. It's now time to try out different presets on your text and customize them to come up with the great idea. If you don't have time to test and see all presets, I suggest you to take a look at the previewing of some of them. Now this is the end of this tutorial, and thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it. At the end, don't forget to like this video.